Welcome back to Crypto is Depressing. We are here with Green Jeff. Is that what you go by?
Yeah, Green Jeff works.
And if you want to tell the people what your Twitter handle is, because I don't have it up right now.
It's at Jeff the Dunker.
Awesome. All
There we
right.
go. So we're here with Jeff. Ash, you want to start us off with that first question?
Yeah. Well, okay. I mean, yesterday, I think everybody knows it was a pretty rough day for
Murder.
a lot of people that are in crypto as well as, just trade in general. So I guess, Jeff, if you want to kind of tell us what's been going on. I don't really know where to start. I don't know if you want to tell us like a little bit about yourself first, and then we can kind of go into the depressing part of it.
Sure. So I've been in crypto for a while. Got in around 2013. I do freelance writing and marketing for different projects. I'm a really bad trader. And outside of crypto, I'm a college student. I'm finishing up my undergrad right now. I'm a now retired college athlete, which I guess we can talk about. And I had a really bad day yesterday.
Yeah, I think almost everyone had a really bad day yesterday. Anyone who's holding any Bitcoin had a really shit day. So I don't want to get into exact numbers, like, exactly how much you're worth, but can we get a general estimate on how much of your net worth is in crypto, if you're comfortable talking about that?
I would say, and I don't keep good track of this because lately I've just been scared to check, but somewhere between 70 to 80%.
Okay.
And then the rest of it. So the rest of it is in AMC theaters.
Okay.
That's the other 20, 30%.
I like it. You're bold. You have conviction. You say crypto and the movie theaters.
Yeah.
How's AMC doing right now?
Not great.
Okay.
AMC was the first stock I purchased. I decided in November 2019 it was time I get into stocks at the all-time high.
Perfect. Timing
and
couldn't have been better.
I put my entire bank account into AMC every month, or in December and January when I got my paycheck. I paid off my credit cards and I put the rest into AMC. And then there was a outbreak, and no one's going to the theaters anymore.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, so you picked a good time to get into the stock market.
Yeah,
and really great that you have 70% of your net worth in crypto that just got cut in half.
Yeah.
So you're killing it. But okay, you're a young guy, so like
I'm young.
Yeah, this isn't the end of the world, but at the same time, it probably feels like it because all of your money is disappearing.
Right. Yeah.
So, what kind of what were you thinking yesterday? What's going on in your head?
Can I just like give you a rundown of my day?
Yeah, please.
Because it was kind of like one thing built off of another. So,
Go ahead.
everything's kind of been tanking a while. I've been waking up every day seeing AMC down 10, 15%. Not a big deal. I'm used to it at this point. But so I woke up to a nice Binance price alert. Bitcoin's below $6,000. It was above 8,000 when I went to bed last night. So like, all right, that's shitty. But it happens. It's crypto. It's happened before.
6 to 8K is nothing crazy.
Yeah, and so I went to bed early last night, told myself I was going to have a big work day. So I, started my day, started working. And so for the past few months, actually, so in November, I had a pretty rough stretch trading on Binance, and I used to run this blog. I'll probably boot it back up, but I made a post saying, I'm broke, we're going on hiatus. And so this guy saw this and saw some of my more professional writing and reached out to me to hop on with this team. So for the past few months, my primary freelance contract has been, I've been working with this project doing writing and marketing for them. And so I hopped on my laptop, went over to the library, clocked in my hours, and I was working on, my task for the day, and get a notification. I got canned.
Wow.
Uh,
That's
so-
kind kind of one of the big things about freelance work. Ash, I know you were doing some freelance work at one time. Same kind of situation, right? It just kind of got cut off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I was kind of doing it in like crypto, it kind of just went away. But now I do like several like little freelance jobs like in programming, but I'm not as worried about it now. It was more so like when I actually was making a ton of money.
Yeah.
And then it stopped. I was like super sad.
Oh yeah, you grow accustomed to the lifestyle, and then they just cut you off.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
that's the start of the day.
Yeah, so I've got until the end of my contract finishes up the end of the month. So I have a few weeks to, organize everything I've done and send it off for the next guy. I came into the project. They raised funds at the top of the bull market in the end of 2017. So they weren't doing so hot, and the market's tanked, and they decided that they've got to cut some more bloat to keep the project afloat. And so me and it sounds like a couple others are packing up at the end of the month.
There we go.
I'm under NDA, so I don't think I'm at liberty to say what the project is.
No,
Totally.
Didn't plan on asking.
Right.
Don't want to dox you or anything like that. Okay, so that's a rough start.
Yeah. So okay, but I've got until the end of the month, so I'm gonna continue on working, and then I get, after working for a couple of hours, I get a notification from my baseball coach. All spring athletes meet in the gym in a half hour. And this is kind of what everyone was fearing as far as on campus goes, because on Tuesday, one of our conference opponents decided they were going to cancel the season, didn't tell anyone beforehand. Wednesday, like the NBA and the MLB and the NHL, they all said they're suspending or they're cutting. And then on Thursday, the NCAA announced that they're canceling all championships. And so everyone is expecting the worst, obviously. We go into the gym, the athletic director comes out. All the spring sports, we go down to Florida for spring break, and baseball will have 8, 9, 10 games. We were supposed to leave on Sunday. But spring break is canceled. Senior year, the Florida's the most fun. That's gone, but it can be worse. The season's still on. They said they're going to do everything they can to continue the season.
Yeah, when you said it could be worse, I mean, you could have coronavirus. So
right, yeah,
I like that you're looking on the bright side of things. You gotta stay up.
Yeah. So, and then about an hour later, we get an hour after this meeting, we get an email from the president of the college. The entire school does. We're extending spring break. We're going online only for spring term, and all spring sports are canceled. So from an hour, we went from being told that we're still going to have a season, everything's fine, we're going to practice over spring break, to now we're done. Everyone around me is devastated. You work so hard. It's Division III sports, so it's not like my career or anything. But you work so hard at this sport, and I've been playing it my whole life. And me and the other seniors, now we're done, and we didn't get our last season after prepping for it and leading all the younger guys. So that wasn't fun.
No, so this day
that sucks. Like,
yeah.
In your senior year, like that's awful. I feel bad for you.
Yeah. And then, so beyond that, this is a good problem to have, I suppose. I have everything I need to graduate. I was gonna come for spring term to play baseball, and I was gonna take a volleyball coaching classes, just bullshit, so I'd be eligible. Well, now I have no reason to come back for spring term.
So you're done with school.
I'm done with school.
Congrats.
Thank you. So yeah, that's a good thing. But you
congrats
work,
in like a kind of backhanded way, because it's still shitty.
Exactly. You work for 4 years, and I go to a small school, so everyone's really close together, and kind of the culture is that you work really hard, and then spring term, your senior year, everyone has a lot of fun. And so, even if we do come back to campus in May, I won't be there.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunate.
Very.
I'm
I'm thinking back to my college days, and to just get dropped like that out of nowhere just would kill me, you know?
Yeah. And so, I'm talking to the guys around me. At this point, I'm not really thinking about the markets or anything like that. I'm, talking to the seniors and what everyone's talking about. I'm a member of a fraternity where we can't finish our pledge process with our incoming pledge class, and our school does it. You only pledge after winter break, so that it's just all these little things are building up. We don't have a senior day. There's no more bus rides. There's XYZ. And then someone asked me how Bitcoin was doing.
Oh God.
So I looked back in at the market, and it was at 4,800. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, where does your mind go when you 8 to 6 or whatever it was? You're like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I've been through a 25% drop. Where I was here in 2013 when I was a dipshit high schooler, and I saw Bitcoin go from 1,000 to 400 and kept dropping. That was fine. I was here at the end of 2018 when it dropped off the cliff down to 3,000. That was fine. And so 8,000 to 6,000, that's another day in the books, but it was down 40%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I started drinking, as everyone else was drinking too.
I was drinking. Ash, what were you going through?
I kind of am the person that's always super nonchalant, but yeah, when we started getting down to 3,800, I was like, what the fuck?
I'm not even at 3,800 yet.
Yeah, we're still in the 4Ks.
Yeah,
we have one more to get through.
My notifications on my phone, I think I had like 99 price notifications, and I was just like,
okay, so Ash, you're on a juice cleanse. Did that affect your juice cleanse at all? Did you drink? Did you start drinking?
No, I haven't actually. Wow. So tomorrow's my day. But.
Shocking. Yeah, there we go. Once you're done, you can get some solid food in you so you can actually drink.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, Jeff.
So at this point, everyone starts drinking. This was around, I don't know, maybe 6:30, 7 o'clock. I hadn't had dinner yet, so I figured I was going to eat dinner first and then start drinking. But I saw that Bitcoin's down 4,800. I poured a drink. And then... the night progresses. I don't remember how long it was, maybe an hour later or something. We're at 3,800. Now I'm a little tipsy, so it's even more frustrating. And
I think the $1 million question, did you sell anything?
Oh, no.
Okay, good. Because we bounced.
Yeah,
we bounced back up to like 5,500.
We bounced, and I didn't get liquidated. I wasn't exposed on BitMEX, thankfully.
Right.
I mean, you gotta be betting right now. I gotta put some money on.
Of course.
So I'll be doing that, and I'll probably lose it, but it's gonna be fun until it's gone.
What else do you do when you're down and out, other than gamble away what little Bitcoin we have left?
Yeah, exactly. I gotta start liquidating various shitcoin bags just so I can pump money into BitMEX.
Yeah, man, that was my big thing. I was like, if I'm on this road trip and I need a little bit of extra funds to like do something crazy, I've got that stash of Bitcoin and shitcoins that I've gotten. They just all tanked, and now I'm like, fuck, no more fun for me.
It's like your security blanket's like gone.
Yeah, road trip's over, guys.
Exactly.
I was coming out to see you. That's not happening anymore. Jeff, I was planning on stopping up in your area.
Well, I won't be there anymore. I'm going home.
Right?
If I can.
Right.
If they let us fly out in a week.
Jesus. Okay, so you're drinking. We're at 3,800.
Yeah. So, everyone's upset. Everyone's freaking out. My school has a large international body. I've got friends who are trying to figure out with their families, do I try to stay here as long as I can, or do I go home and prepare not to come back? Because, this messes with their visas and all that too. And so, everyone's kind of just down in the dumps. And at the same time, in the back of my head, I'm thinking about how I just worked for 2.5 years straight for free. Because that's pretty much where I'm at.
Oh, because were you getting paid in Bitcoin?
Some some contracts pay me in crypto, which I then put into shitcoins that dump.
Gotcha.
The dollars that I had been accumulating all went into AMC. That's down. So let's see what's that right now. Oh, it's up. All right. It's up 10% today.
There we go.
I'm only down like 60% now.
Killer. Yeah, no. See, I get paid in Bitcoin as well, and I have been dumping the last couple payments into Zcash, which was doing phenomenal. I bought, pretty much the literal bottom of it, and then I was like, all right, that's the bottom forever. And then yesterday I check, and it's down at $18, and I want to die because it was $70 like a week ago.
Yeah, I had a short little, like a one-off. Someone reached out to me. They needed a little bit of work done. It was like a half hour, $50, whatever. But they paid me on Monday, and they paid me in a crypto, and it's worth like $15 now.
Jesus Christ! So I don't know if you guys saw that post that I threw up. I got paid yesterday at the literal bottom. I think.
Nice.
Yeah, no, it was perfect. I looked at the payment, and then 20 minutes later, it's up at 5K. So I'm just.
That's beautiful.
That was like the one saving grace of yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I still had money in the bank account, I would have been buying.
But there's no money left.
There's no money left. My friends were talking about going on vacations because it's so cheap, and there's no money left.
So this is that classic saying that the markets can stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent.
Yeah.
So what are you doing now? What's your plan?
Well, I had a better day today. If we want to talk about that,
please, let's get into it.
Okay, so I've pretty much been running around all morning across campus and online, talking to the people I work with and the people on campus. Our finals end on Sunday, and today's Friday, which means this is the last day offices are open. So my plan was to fill out all the signatures, all the paperwork, all the forms that you're supposed to do throughout your last term in one day so that I could graduate. And I got it all in with like a half hour to spare. So I think I graduated.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's great. I actually signed a new contract on Tuesday. I mean, Ash, you probably know this, freelancing. Never say no to work because you don't know when you're going to lose what you got. So,
whoa, excuse me, just Ash. I'm over here getting paid for my podcast.
Well, you're supplying your own hours.
Yeah. Also, I can't take, every little contract that comes my way because 95% of them are scams. Shout out to crypto. And I can't be like, yeah, guys, this is my new sponsor, XYZ coin that just dumped 90% and is a scam.
Yeah.
So
but so I signed a contract. I signed all the paperwork on Tuesday for this new company. And the plan initially was that I was going to work with them part-time until I graduate. And then after that, we can maybe talk about ramping that up, going full-time with them. So I've got that, and I've been talking with them about maybe accelerating that timeline because I have nothing else to do with my time anymore.
I was gonna say, man, you're done with school. Why don't you pour all that effort into finding a new freelance gig? But it sounds like you're doing exactly that.
Right. Yep. That's the plan.
There we go.
And I forgot. I also got denied from Stanford yesterday.
Oh my god.
They denied me a month early.
Did you expect to get in? Because there were some schools I was applying to. Okay.
No, I expected to get denied. I applied for the MBA. They don't accept anyone right out of college, but I have a few years work experience. I thought maybe I'd give it a shot. They're still giving out interviews. You have to interview to be eligible to get a spot, and they give out interviews every day from now until the end of this week. And yesterday they denied me. And I would have known if I didn't get an interview, I would have known I was denied. But they went out on a limb just to tell me I was denied early.
Oh, love those. We're gonna reach out to you and really crush your dreams.
Yeah. So that was kind of bogus.
Okay.
Something that you mentioned when we talked in DMs was something about like not being able to go to New York.
Oh yeah, yeah. So do we know if consensus is happening?
I have no idea.
I don't know either.
Because that was gonna be my job fair.
Okay.
Uh,
That was the plan.
so yeah, so this company that I signed on with, they were planning to be at Consensus and Blockchain Week, and the plan was that we were gonna talk in person and formalize things. And I don't know if that's gonna happen anymore.
Yeah, that kind of fell apart. I don't know what's going on with like major
Right.
events. A lot of people are kind of waiting to pull the trigger, and it seems like they're pulling the trigger very last minute. So that could be a
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking about going myself, but who knows now?
It's cheap now, but I guess New York City's kind of fucked up.
Yeah,
The
right.
hotel, I haven't booked my hotel yet because I'm like, they're gonna keep dropping. The hotels are still expensive as shit.
Yeah, it's because people don't care.
The flights are cheap.
They're like, we're living in hell. Fuck it.
I don't know even if you went to New York City right now, if you'd be able to get out. Aren't they on lockdown right now or something?
Oof, I have no
I
idea.
think they are.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd
I'm not positive, but I thought I saw something about that, like some article or something.
So like full lockdown? How do you get out? Can you just like smuggle yourself out? Are they
I have no idea.
stopping
how
all people on the
that works.
highways? Yeah,
I don't
I'm not informed at all.
Yeah, you need to have some New York guy on.
Yeah, right. We'll talk to them, see what's up. I have a quick question for both of you
Sure.
guys, actually, because you say that your net worth is very much tied to the price of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. So, what happens if we continue to drop? If we go back to 3Ks, what's the game plan? I guess.
Well, my kind of philosophy has always been these past few years since I rode out the bull market, and I've had work and have been able to come across a bit of money. If I'm broke, then I'm just in the same place as everyone else I'm graduating with.
There we go.
That's the way that I've been looking at it, which isn't smart because that's what led me to put my entire fucking bank account into one stock.
Yeah.
Us in a very uncertain industry.
Right. Movie theaters, I feel like movie theaters are kind of on the way out with all these streaming services coming out with their own kind of movies, platforms, that sort of shit. So, killer job there.
I'm a firm believer that Netflix is bullshit, but no one else seems to think that.
How so?
Well, yeah, why?
They put out 394 Netflix originals this year or last year. 390 of them fucking suck.
Yeah, and I mean, like, people are watching them. You know that there's someone in their house who's just sad and depressed who's like, oh yeah, might as well watch this. I've seen everything
That's
else
me.
on Netflix.
That person is me.
I know. So I mean it makes sense, but I mean everyone has their own streaming service now, and I think that's gonna consolidate. And historically, theaters do well in recession, but if the recession has to do with a viral outbreak, I don't think that's gonna hold up.
No.
So that was part of my philosophy.
Okay. I mean,
I was like indirectly shorting the market.
Okay. Yeah.
It didn't work at all.
No, clearly.
I could have just shorted the market.
Ash, what about you? What's your game plan for 3K Bitcoin?
Yeah, if we see it again, I'll be buying.
Buying. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's kind of weird. Like everybody, when we started going back up from last December, everybody's like, oh, I wish I could have bought more or whatever. I think I was definitely one of those people. So now that the opportunities are rising again, I'm not gonna pass it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This was right last time we dipped down to 3K. However long ago that was. I was still working, and so I had a consistent paycheck coming in, and I was just like, I'm going to keep doubling down until the market bounces. And I think it worked out beautifully because I still had the money. I think this time around I can't continue to double down because eventually funds will run out. But
Right.
yeah, if you've got the money, if you've got a job, I posted about it today. I very much say continue doubling down till we bounce, because I think all of us are very long-term bullish on Bitcoin. I think we're all still firm believers if we're in the market. So that would be my game plan.
Yeah, my entire portfolio network of connections, work experience is tied to crypto. So if it goes down, I'm going down with the ship.
Right. I've got my
Yeah.
Amazon business, but I'm worried that global recession is just gonna fucking ruin that business. So
Yeah.
I'm feeling good right now.
I mean, I am okay. You know, it's as soon as I think I've said it before, even on another episode, is like as soon as I put that money in, it was gone. And, you know, it is what it is. It's the risk that I was willing to take. So
God, you're too
I'm going
cheery.
down with
I
the
hate
ship.
this. You're too cheery. You're too positive for this show.
My
Jeff, more depressing stories, please.
oh, okay. So let's talk about the last time I went down to 3K.
Okay.
So, whenever Bitcoin was at, I think it was 6,300, and it dropped off a cliff down to like 5.3K or 5K. And I saw that and I said, holy shit, this is as good as it's going to get. I think I put like 10 or 20% of my Bitcoin onto BitMEX 5X long. That got liquidated.
Of course.
When it went down to 40, when it went down to 4,500. And I said, holy shit, this is as low as it's going to go. And I doubled the amount I put in, 5X long at 4,500, got liquidated.
It's that leverage shit right
And
there.
then it was at 3,800. I said, fuck this. I'm going all in. And I did. I took all my Bitcoin, put it onto BitMEX, 5X long at 3,800.
Oh my God.
Spent over a month in the red, out most of my coin, almost liquidated. My liquidation price, I think, was $29.50 or something like that. We got down to 3,100. Rode it all the way back up to 3,800. Got my money back, closed out, and traded shitcoins with it.
You're an idiot. Like, I'm so sorry.
Because I said that was the most stressful month of my life. I'm never doing that again.
Yeah.
But if we go down to 3K, I'm absolutely doing that again.
Yeah, of course.
But
I mean,
with more responsible leverage, with stops, and with not an idea that I'm just going to take it out if I make my money back.
yeah,
break
I think
even.
last time we went down, like, I think it was last December or whatever. I think I was more in a panic mode than this time, just because I don't know if I'm just like hardened by the market or what, but like it wasn't as of a massive hit to me this time as it was last time. So
Yeah. I
I
think if
mean-
you've been around long enough, you've seen the market fall off a cliff enough times. This one was crazy though. I mean, like a
Yeah.
yeah,
plus
it happened
50.
fast.
Yeah. Yeah, it really
I think
did.
that was the thing too. I was like, you know, I think even like talking back about when it did go from 6 whatever down to 3,100, like I think it was, you know, a little bit more drawn out.
Yeah.
Whereas doing it in one day, like it's just like kind of shell shocking, I guess.
Absolute madness, chaos shit show.
Yeah.
Jeff, I'm laughing because if you had just, bought spot, you'd be sitting so pretty.
Oh, yeah. Or if I just didn't fucking close out.
Well, yeah.
I
After
was on 5X leverage.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think we moved from 14 to like 8K or something like that, and I was like, I'll throw a 5X long out there. We hit, high sixes, got liquidated, or maybe I got in like 9 or some shit. But no, I think you've learned your lesson here at least a little bit.
I have. See, okay, that's my issue.
I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt here.
Okay, here's my introspection.
Please.
So I got into Bitcoin when I was 15 because I liked that you could play online poker and no one asked how old you are.
There we go.
Might have a bit of an underlying gambling addiction.
Okay.
I was raised in this community that says, hodl, it's all going to come back. It doesn't matter what your losses are. Just hold tight. It'll be okay. And I'm just so willing to lose all my money over and over again. I'm just so used to it.
It blows my mind because I think once you've converted it to Bitcoin, it doesn't have that dollar value that you kind of think of.
Exactly.
Same with casinos, it's just numbers on a screen, it's chips in your hand, and you just don't care anymore.
God. I remember at the height of the bull market when everyone had more money than they knew what to do with. I was at dinner with my girlfriend at the time. And I just for fun on the way over to pick her up to take her to dinner, I put like $1,500 on BitMEX, and I did a 10x short on Ripple, and I got liquidated during dinner, and I was like, oh well.
What can you
Like,
do?
Like $1,500 is
It's a lot of money,
that's a lot of money.
especially to a college student.
Yeah, it just didn't register to me.
No, it really doesn't.
It didn't register what I was playing with.
No.
It still doesn't.
So you mentioned a girlfriend at the time.
Oh yeah, we broke up. So
Let's get into that for a second.
okay. So last bear market, or 2018 riding down, I spent all my money on her, and then we broke up. And so then this market, I spent all my money on AMC and expensive clothes.
You spend your money on the wrong shit.
Yeah.
Did the breakup have anything to do with the markets?
No, she broke up with me.
Okay.
It was good though. It was not a healthy relationship. It was good that she dumped me.
Oh man, that is depressing right there. I'm sorry to say, but that is rough.
I'm much happier now.
Rise up, King. What are you doing talking about? Oh yeah, I'm glad she dumped me. What the fuck? She should be bummed.
It was my first real relationship, and I was fumbling. I dated her for 2 years, which was probably about 20 months too long.
Hey man, you've made it longer than I ever have. Right around the year mark, I just decided to self-sabotage and ruin things for myself. All right, yeah, there's the end of the interview right there. Why is it that every fucking interview that we do, I say something that just quiets the room?
You just have to one up your guess.
No, I don't. I'm super stoked for you. I think you're kind of being a little too depressed, and I'm trying to raise you up a little bit here.
Yeah, everything's okay. It
Good.
could be a lot worse.
There we go.
So
It could be a lot worse.
from here, you're going home, right? So
Yep.
excited about that or sad about that?
Yeah, it'll be nice to be back. So I've got this routine. I go to AMC theaters, love them. Got the subscription.
I bet you do.
So I go to AMC. There's no AMC in. I don't have a car out here. There's no AMC in walking distance. I go to school in a small town. There's no buses or anything like that. There are buses, but it's not like you're in the city and you can get around. There's no Uber out here. That's depressing.
I can feel that pain. I feel your pain.
Yeah.
There's no Uber where I'm at.
So I've got kind of this routine. My office is at Starbucks down the road. I do my work there. I go to the movie theater. I go to AMC with my subscription. I go to Dave & Buster's on Half Price Wednesday. And the gym's right down the street too.
There we go.
So I kind of got my routine. So I'll get back to that and figure out from there. Like I said, I applied to Stanford. I applied to a few grad schools. Now that I have no money and the world's going to shit, I might elect to go to grad school just so I can not start my life for a couple more years.
Right, you can just ignore it.
Yeah. I got this might be too not depressing to share, but I got full tuition at one of the schools I applied to.
Fuck yeah.
So I can not have money for a couple of years and it's fine.
Nice.
And we usually like to try to end things on a bit of a positive note. We've got 2.5 minutes left or so. Ash, do you have anything else you'd like to ask, or Jeff, do you have anything else you'd like to share?
It's an LA school, so I might be in your area.
Oh no, I'm on my road trip.
Oh, well, I mean, down the road.
No. I am convinced that I'm going to buy a house in Ohio for like 10 grand. I'm gonna find a very Christian girl. We're gonna get married. This is my game plan.
That's what everyone does in this little small town that I'm in. The houses are so cheap; you can get them for free.
Excuse me?
Like so people die, right?
Yes.
And so
People
their house goes. There's a lot of old people here.
Okay.
The ones that were never able to leave. They get old and they retire here. They die, and then their kids get the house, but the kids aren't around. They went to the big city, or they went way the fuck away from here.
Yep.
And they don't pay the taxes, so the city gets the house back, and they cut you a deal. They say pay this much of the taxes, and you can have the house for free.
Get the fuck out of here.
All the time.
Please DM me your
I was
exact
just about to
location.
say, Charles is probably like messaging you right now to find out.
Yeah, I need to know exactly where that is.
Okay. Now the problem is there's an hour of corn in every direction.
That's
so
okay.
you'll have to get acclimated to that.
I really like corn.
But, oh yeah. And even if you don't get a house, rent's like $300 a month here.
That's ridiculous. It's minimum an apartment where I'm living is $1,500 for a 1-bedroom.
Yeah.
So I will see you soon.
Sure. Well, I won't be there.
And yeah, you're right. I'm waiting for you to come here. We can hang out. But let's see. If any ladies want to come It sounds like a wonderful time. I'm just gonna throw that out there really quickly.
Dude, you could bounty hunt and you make enough money to sustain yourself out here.
Jesus.
Like, that's how cheap it is.
Yeah, no. All right. I'm looking forward to that. We got maybe a minute left. Ash, anything else? Any closing statements?
No, I mean, I guess if you have any advice for anybody, Jeff, go right ahead.
Gotta make it quick though.
Yeah,
One liner.
Don't be like me. Be risky, but like recognize what you're doing just a little bit. Just
There
a
we
little
go.
bit.
I like it. That's from someone so young. That's very sage advice. So great way to end it. Thank you so much for taking